Hey guys, happy Sunday. So today I want to do a quick video about something that I make for my husband's breakfast. I call it egg casserole. It's really easy to do, really easy to customize to whatever it is that you like. So let's take a look at what we're going to be cooking with. So I've got a pound of hot Italian chicken sausage that I got from a store called Sprouts. And then we've got some spinach, we've got mushrooms, shredded carrots, and then a dozen eggs that I've already cracked and whisked. And then for spices and stuff, I'm going to be using Frank's Red Hot pepper, some paprika, and then this veggie powder, veggie pepper that I really like. Gives it a nice spicy flavor and just makes it really nice and flavorful. So let's go ahead and start cooking. Okay, so we had some technical difficulties with my phone and I just lost all of that segment, so I'm really sorry guys. So let me kind of backtrack real quick. When your meat is almost done, that's when you want to go ahead and throw in all of your veggies. So I've got shredded carrots, mushrooms, and spinach that I threw in here. You can put them in whatever order you want to. I like to do the spinach last. But that's totally up to you. So as you can see, I used a whole container of spinach, but once it starts cooking down, it kind of disintegrates into almost nothing. So I like to use a lot of spinach, but it's really up to you. The thing that I really like about doing this breakfast is that it's really easy to do, it's not all that time consuming, and it's really nutritious. You can customize it however you want to. So I used Italian chicken sausage. You can use ground beef, you can use ground turkey, you can really use whatever kind of protein source you want. And as far as veggies go, same thing. I put anything from onions to celery, peppers, tomatoes, but this is kind of my norm of what I put in here. Once this is done kind of cooking down, then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and put it into a Pyrex dish. What I recommend is go ahead and have your oven preheating so that once this is done cooking, you can go ahead and throw it in. So I'm going to spice it up real quick. Like I said, I'm going to use some of the veggie powder. It gives it a nice flavor. So just however much you want. I'm going to put some paprika in here. And I'm going to do lots of pepper because my husband is a pepper freak. So there's no such thing as too much pepper in our house. It doesn't have to be a hand-grind pepper. It can be just regular table pepper. And then I'm going to use some Frank's hot sauce. So once that's all in there, I'm going to go ahead and stir it up real quick. Give it just a minute to let the flavor soak in before we go ahead and put it into our Pyrex dish. All right, so this is all done cooking, so we're just going to go ahead and scoop this into our Pyrex dish. I'm using a 9 by 13 because I had a little over a pound of meat. So we'll get that in there. And you're just going to kind of spread it around as evenly as you can. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your dozen eggs that you've cracked and whisked, and they are simply just going to get poured over the top. Now what I'm going to do is I like to just take my spoon and kind of just spread it around to make sure that everything's kind of evenly mixed together and make sure that there's plenty of egg to go around. When you're using a big dish like this, you definitely want to make sure to use a dozen eggs. If you want to use a smaller dish and make it makes a smaller amount, you definitely can do that. And then again, I'm going to take some pepper and put fresh ground pepper over the top of it before I throw it in the oven. Okay, so that's kind of what it'll look like when you get ready to put it into the oven. Now we'll go ahead and throw it in, and this is going to need to cook for about 25 minutes to 30 minutes, just depending, and we'll pull it out and see what it looks like when we're done. Okay, so now that we've pulled it out of the oven, we've let it sit for a few minutes just to kind of settle. We can go ahead and cut this up and get it all ready. So I'm going to go ahead and evenly, or as evenly as possible, divide it into 5 portions for the week. And then once we get it all cut, we'll go ahead and put it in our containers. Okay, then I'm just going to cut those in half again. way they fit in just a little bit easier. All right. Okay, so they are ready to be put into our containers. So go ahead and put each half in. And then, like I said, once I get done with that, I put a little bit of this green horse tooth sauce on it just to give it a little bit more spice. And then that's ready to go ahead and be packaged up. And the thing that's so great is once this is completely cooled, you've got your hot sauce on it if you want to add any to it, and you've got the lids on, just pop them in the fridge. And it's really easy just to grab one out when you're making your lunch at night for the next day for work, or if you are a stay-at-home mom like me and you just need something quick and easy, then it's ready to go. So you guys comment below if you have any questions or anything else that you'd like to see me do, and hope you guys have a great weekend. Thanks.